Hey, what's going on everybody? This is Ryan. Welcome back to another Animal Crossing and Chill video. Good morning. It is 5:43 a.m. on Monday, June 8th. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day so far, no matter what time you're watching this video, whether it be later on in the day or in the morning when you're getting ready to get your whole week started as well. I just wanted to wish everyone a happy Monday. Hope you guys have a wonderful week. And let's go ahead and get into some Animal Crossing and Chill. So, I can already notice that we have REDD on our island right now. If you've never known this before, you can take a look at your map or your mini-map and see near your secret beach if there's an icon there that looks kind of like a broom or a leaf, and that is REDD. So we will be doing that this morning, which is pretty exciting. We've never had a REDD on our island before during one of these videos, so you guys get to see all the fake paintings and stuff like that with me, and we can kind of figure it out from there. Now, for those that don't know my process when it comes to checking to see if something is real or fake, I will generally try to find the genuine thing first, like the real world version first, and compare it myself. If for whatever reason that is too difficult, like if I really can't see any difference whatsoever, then at that point I will look up some sort of guide that tells me the actual differences between the real one in the game, or rather the real one in real life, and then the fake one in the game. And yeah, because some of them are actually pretty difficult. Some of them are pretty easy. And I apologize for that. That was a follow over on Twitch. Some of them are pretty easy, but otherwise some of them can be really hard to discern. I've been pretty good about being able to figure it out just by comparing the real thing in the real world to the ones in the game, but some of them can be pretty difficult. So it's just another morning routine video here. As always, if you guys just want to throw this video up on the background and just have it up, that's totally cool. If you want to play along, or if you just want to have it up and watch the gameplay, that's totally fine too. However you want to do it. I'm gonna wait for this balloon to fly overhead here. Alright, awesome. Oops, wrong thing. So, I've mentioned this in previous videos before, and I don't know if I'm ever gonna go through with it, but, you know, I have thought about redoing the island. You know, for me, I've definitely thought about changing things up from time to time, especially like I feel like if I look at the list of events, there's not anything so major going on that would keep my attention very long. Like for these morning and chill videos, like don't get me wrong, I know that you guys love them. But sometimes for me, I feel like I have to be doing something productive, which might be a bit odd. And I feel like that would actually produce like a lot of content. Like, hey, I'm just flattening my whole island and showing you guys the island design process. So, haven't pulled the trigger on that. Not sure if I will, but just a heads up that the thought of big changes has definitely been on my mind. What I do want to say is, first of all, thank you guys for 13,000 subscribers. It's just another milestone hit. Second, I want to thank everybody for coming out to the Twitch streams lately. The numbers over on Twitch have been increasing significantly, and over the last like week or so. So to anybody who's able to stop by the live stream and hang out with the rest of us, for those that don't know, we gave away 3 million bells during yesterday's stream as a kind of a celebration thing. So that was really fun. It was really neat to hang out with everybody. So yeah, anybody who's able to make it out to the live streams, I just want to say thank you. The interaction over there has been super fun. It's been super positive. It's basically these types of videos but live, and you guys have made it really awesome. So thank you. So we are just going to... I can't believe I just did that. That's what happens when you talk and do this kind of thing. You accidentally do things like cover up the money spots again. I think I've done that like 2 or 3 times in all of these videos so far. I can't remember if I mentioned this in a previous video already, but someone did mention to me spacing out the black roses. That way I can figure out which roses have been flagged and which flags are gone in regards to things like which ones produce golden roses. And like obviously I can extend it up here, but to be honest with you, laziness is a heck of a thing. And it's one of the biggest reasons why sometimes, like, in this game, I'm not really min-maxing or being as super productive as I possibly could be. Like, for example, for this 12 by 12 flower breeding garden, try to say guide and garden, it almost came out guiden. Really the only flowers that I need, like, I don't need lilies anymore. And yet in Zone 4, according to the guide I'm using, right, there's like these 4 lilies right down here. So what I do need to do is, well, first of all, I need to pull up the guide. Second of all, I need to basically pull these out and replace them with something that's going to be more productive for me. So for example, in this one, in Zone 4, you know, obviously I need orange roses, like a lot. And those actually need to go down here whenever I do get them, but this is where orange roses would need to go, no matter what. But if I look at the chart here, why do I not have a black rose down here in this corner? Oh well, I'll figure that out. I need some pansies, I need some windflowers. And so, looking at the guide, actually, I need a purple hyacinth, which I get out of Zone 2, actually, which is this orange and yellow section here. Strange, but you guys get what I'm saying. So I'll figure that out eventually, and I just need to update this as we go along here. So let me go ahead and just start taking a look at the guide and making sure that we're producing the flowers that we need to. So here's an orange Cosmo, which is a clone, because there's no other Cosmos surrounding this orange one here, so we don't need this one. Just gonna go ahead and separate that really quick. This is a hyacinth. Yep, it was an orange hyacinth in Zone 2, which I don't need. There's a 6.25% chance for these to make purple hyacinths. That is such a low number. That is quite low. We look to have some... This is a duplicate of the orange rose sitting right next to it, it looks like. Yep. And then in Zone 4, we have nothing going on whatsoever. So we're going to go ahead and water this up here. And that'll do it for the... Actually, here we go. Oh, it's a yellow mum, which is a 100% chance to be bred, which would go into Zone... I'm sorry. Get some water. That sounded awful. 1 second. This is your reminder to hydrate if you haven't already. So it's a 100% chance for this to produce a yellow mum. And in Zone 2, you only need 4 of them. And here we go. Here's where the other ones are going to go. Alright, so it's a 6.25% chance for a purple mum to be bred in Zone 2. So I'm gonna give my throat a little rest here, drink some water as we do this, but I'm gonna go ahead and water the rest of my flowers here. So these next few minutes are going to be all Animal Crossing ambiance here. You know, there are a lot of people who say that they use these videos as a, you know, as background noise to just have on while they terraform their island, while they also do their morning chores, or even just, you know, as they do random things throughout the day, whether it be in the middle of the day, the beginning of the day, what have you. And I just want to say, you know, thank you for allowing me to be a source of entertainment for you during whatever time you decide to use these videos for, whether it be for studying, whether it be for, playing Animal Crossing yourself, or whether it be to just have on in the background and make it feel like you're talking to a friend. Just want to say, you're all my friends. I appreciate you very much, and thank you once again for everything so far. All the support of the channel. It's been pretty fantastic. Alright, so... I generally place down a lot of the hybrids and throw away a lot of the ones that I can plant. But, as you can see, that's getting a bit... it's getting a bit out of hand because I don't really have an actual goal with these flowers. Like, I think, honestly, most of the time you just plant flowers anywhere and they'll look pretty good. But I do want to start having kind of a cohesive theme to the flowers that I place down. Whether it be in the area that they are, like accenting the color by having a particular... Or not the color, accenting the area by having a particular color down, or a particular flower down, things of that nature. So I will definitely, I'll definitely figure that out. And maybe not. Maybe not. But we'll see. Alright. I'm gonna go ahead and spend a little bit more time outdoors here and keep enjoying the 5 a.m. music for at least another 6 minutes. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and just shake these trees down, give them the old shakedown, and then we'll head to Red and we'll do Red's activity here while it switches over to 6 a.m. music, which is a little bit more upbeat. But I know that there are a lot of people who enjoy the 5 a.m. part of this. I think it's pretty awesome that you can see the shadows of the trees from the sunrise coming up. Like that's such a feel-good kind of look right there. I enjoy it very much. Don't know about the rest of you guys, but I haven't really been, admittedly, I have not been doing the wedding event. I did it that one day, where you go in and, you know, you basically set up the wedding and stuff, and then you get your hearts from Reese, and that's all cool. You know, I got my bench, and I didn't really spend my hearts. I have like 11 hearts. I think 11 is the max that you get, every day, or maybe it was just on that day. But I got my 11 hearts, and well, admittedly, I haven't gone back since. So, not that there's anything wrong with the event, just, you know, even when there's downtime, for some reason, I just don't feel like going out to Harv's Island and doing it. I mean, if you are enjoying the event, if you are enjoying taking the pictures and setting up, I've seen some pretty crazy setups. Some of them look really silly, which I think, for me, would be the reason why I would want to do it, but even then... This is a jam right here. Let me go and turn that down. Oh god. Alright. For anybody that was joining the 5 a.m. vibes and then immediately stood up to start breaking out into dance, I do apologize for that. For the quick musical change up there. Lots of DIY recipes I need to get rid of. So, like, for example, I'm gonna throw that hyacinth out. I don't really need a white hyacinth anywhere. And it's one that you can get from a seed, so again, not super important for me to have. For those that are discovering all the nuances of the game, yes, you can throw stuff out. Trash cans actually work like trash cans. I know that like 99% of the game, or rather the stuff in the game, doesn't really have a purpose. But trash cans do. And toilets do, actually, if you didn't know. Toilets, so if you eat a lot of fruit, which you can use to empower yourself and then do things like move trees, like fully grown trees, and then break rocks. Toilets, you can actually use to flush... You can use them to flush away your empowerment. So if you eat 10 fruits and you realize that you don't actually want to be able to break rocks, you can actually go to a toilet and flush all that away. I try to give at least one new piece of advice to all the new players for Animal Crossing in every single one of these videos. Obviously, you know, if I can't think of anything at that moment, then I won't, but, yeah. Anything to help. And I said it before, I'll say it a billion times. You never know at what point in someone's Animal Crossing playthrough someone is. This may be, you know, someone watching this video may have started the game up for the first time an hour ago. You just don't know. What I will say about the whole not time traveling thing, well, yes, time traveling thing. What I will say about the whole resetting my island thing and keeping all my villagers but do all the terraforming, it's at that point that I think I would resort to time traveling. Because, I mean, if you look at the whole island, this is a lot. Not only would I be moving 10 houses, like, elsewhere, but I'm also moving a museum, a campsite, and my house. You also have the shops, and, you know, that would just take up so much time. So I think, you know, if I ever were to redo it, I would, instead of going forward in time, I think I would go back like a month and then do enough time traveling to get back up to the current date. I don't want to time travel into fall and the winter time. I want to be able to maintain as much of the actual time frame as I can. But when it comes to making my island how I want it to look, I would definitely, in that regard, feel like time traveling back and then going forward in days to try and get as close to the present day as possible instead of time traveling forward and experiencing the rest of the seasons prematurely. So as you can tell, there are a lot of weeds that have grown here lately because there has been no reason for me to come out here. But now that there is, we can finally clean this up. And it's top of the hour, 6 a.m. Let's go ahead and talk to Red. This is probably going to fill up the rest of the video here. I can already see creepy Mona Lisa, so that's definitely a fake. We have a limit of 1 art piece per customer per day. Choose wisely. All right, you got it. All right, so we have Starry Night, which I don't think I own currently. And of all the ones that I do want to get, I can already tell that that bust over there is a fake because it has both of its eyes. The real version, which I already own, is missing its left eye, I believe. I almost hit You Got a Deal. I want to take a closer look. All right, now I am in no way super knowledgeable about art. Obviously, we've all painted this in middle school, I think. And just at a quick glance, I can already tell that I'm like 99% sure that this is real. The only thing I think that would make it fake is maybe a yellow spot missing in the very middle of the painting, but I'm going to go ahead and pull up the actual version of Starry Night and take a look at it. Alright, so looking at the real version versus the one that I'm currently looking at in the game, the town looks correct in regards to its color scheme. All the stars appear to be there. The swirling is good too. I think this is real. I cannot imagine that this is fake. As far as I'm concerned, this painting is real. And of all the ones that I'm currently looking at, I think this is probably going to be the one that I'm going to get. Which is awesome. I do believe you are guaranteed at least one real one every single time you visit Red. Graceful Painting is what this one is called. But that's not what I'm going to look up to try and find out what it is. Generally what I do whenever I try to find the real thing is, I basically take the description of it and I put it in the old Google. So let's take a look here. We'll do woman in red kimono scroll art. And lo and behold, I have found it. I don't believe it's called the art of the kimono. Let me see. Is it called Beauty Looking Back? Beauty Looking Back Painting. Yes, it is. Beauty Looking Back is the painting. Okay, so. Here we go. Let me look for a more high-res version. Okay, there we go. So, looking at the patterns, that would be my immediate thing I would go for, is the patterns on her dress, which, looking at the real thing, appear to be exactly the same. She has all the pins in her hair. However, there is a tag missing next to her hair on the left side of her, where her shoulder is. There's supposed to be a little white... There's supposed to be a little white, like, what looks like a tag or some sort of collar thing. Now, unfortunately, there is a Google search result that shows the difference between the real and the fake one. Just to save myself the trouble, I'm going to go ahead and say that it's because that white tag is missing, which is why it's fake. And now I'm going to take a look at the actual guide photo and see what makes it fake versus real. So this was called Graceful Painting, I believe. Yep. The real version has a white tag near her hair. There we go. So this is fake. Okay, so I called it. And apparently there's a second fake version where she's looking to the left instead of to the right. So there you go. All right. Now, I will double check the Mona Lisa just to make sure, but I can already... It looks... Yeah, that is the smug, creepy-looking Mona Lisa. I almost accidentally hit A. Yep, so not the Mona Lisa we're looking for. All right. Well, that was actually a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. Not gonna lie to you. And as always, we get the Cousins discount of 4,980 bells. You got a deal. Now, just out of curiosity, the Twinkling Painting is what it's called. Let me take a look at what's fake about it. Oh, interesting. Wow, okay. So, for those that already knew this, I apologize that, you know, you're probably... You've probably already left a comment about it, or you were thinking about it. Apparently, the Starry Night painting or the Twinkling Painting is always genuine. So if you ever see this in your shop, or in Red's trawler, feel free to pick it up. It's always real. And I don't really care for the doll or the teddy bear here, so we're going to go ahead and dip out. Thank you so much, Red. Okay. Well, that's the last time I'll see Red for the next 3 weeks. He just does not show up at all anymore for me. And to be honest with you, I think that's kind of unfair, right? Like, so for the fish, fossils, and butterflies and all the bugs and stuff like that, all that stuff you can generally get on a daily basis. It's kind of unfortunate that one part of your museum has to wait for the chance of an NPC showing up. And he may not even show up that whole week, so... You know, completing the museum is going to take a very long time. But to be honest with you, that adds to the longevity of the game. Which I'm really appreciating. I'm not trying too hard to work towards all the end game stuff, like all the golden tools and stuff. If it happens naturally while I'm playing the game, then so be it. But otherwise, I'm not trying so hard to get to that point. I'm trying to make this game last for me as long as I possibly can. And the best part is when you elongate the game like this, you'll naturally... Oh, 1 second. You know, as the seasons come along and you're still working towards those things, the changing of the seasons and different events will then take away from your current tasks. So for example, if my task right now was to try and break an axe every single day to try and get the golden axe recipe, there are events that would happen daily that would take up a majority of my playtime, and maybe I don't break an axe that day. You see what I'm saying? So it would elongate the game by even just one more day, which is definitely what I'm trying to do here. Still no luck on people asking to move out. Oh, God. There we go. But when that happens, you guys will certainly know about it. Oops. I still get a lot of flack on my on my villager hunting video because I kept, you know, accidentally saying the wrong species for animals, which is still pretty funny. Oh, that looked like a new bug, I think. Please tell me that wasn't new for me. I'm just gonna pull up my my guide really quick and make sure there's not any bugs I should be looking out for at this time of day that I don't currently own. Okay, there's a big chance that that was a Rosalia batesi beetle, or is it Rosalia batesi or Batesy? I don't know. Either way, we already have it. Really, the only bug that I'm missing currently is the rainbow stag, which can be caught at any time on trees, and I surprisingly don't think I've ever run into one. So, we'll see, but otherwise I'm still missing this one pond fish. I'm still missing the gar, which is super duper unfortunate. Like, and I don't have any other ponds on my island except for the 2 that are in front of my resident services center. So without building a pond just randomly on the island somewhere. Oh, hello. I thought it was going to be a moving out prompt. That would have been a wonderful segue. Heard one of my neighbors calling you Tater Tot. I think that's a great nickname. Would you mind if I used it too? Yeah, that's totally fine. Yeah. So I have some villagers calling me Burrito, and I have some villagers calling me Tater Tot. It's wonderful. But yeah, other than resorting to building a pond just randomly on my island, I have to go to a mystery island. Like, and I think because the gar is the largest shadow, because of the size of the ponds currently, I don't think there's any chance that it can spawn in my current ponds. Maybe that's incorrect information. I'm not quite sure, but as far as I can tell, I have not gotten larger shadows than this. Yeah, and it's usually a catfish or a koi, so not sure, not sure, not sure. Oh, coffee's getting a little bit cold. All this talking and getting distracted. Alright, let's go and put this away. So I didn't really get to any of my Nook Miles tasks this morning, but that's totally fine. It's totally fine. Just make sure I'm not cloning anything by accident here in the Spectrum Garden. Doesn't appear to be any clones whatsoever, so we're good. Oh, walk, don't run. Checking to see one more time if there was a gar there. Alright, everybody, putting the controller down. That'll do it for this episode of Animal Crossing and Chill. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. We finally got Red on our island, so that was finally awesome. We finally had one of these episodes where we got to finally take a look at some of the fake versus real art. So, you know, I did want to address one thing really quick before I let you guys go. Earlier on another video, I said that there was a possibility that I would be putting these videos on a schedule. And there were some comments that kind of were against that idea. There are a lot of you guys, excuse me, there are a lot of you guys who are really enjoying this series and the genuineness of just the playthrough. And I want to try to maintain that authenticity as much as I can. And there are a lot of people who were telling me that if you put these on a schedule, you might eventually feel pressure and stress in order to release these for you guys. And actually were more in favor of not doing that. And to be honest with you, that's something that I've definitely thought about before, but the fact that you guys are encouraging just to keep everything as genuine as possible makes me really, really actually super happy that you guys want these videos to be released whenever they can and aren't expecting them on a schedule. So we will not be putting these videos on a schedule. As you have noticed, though, there are going to be... I did recently post up another type of video. It was a Pokemon Nuzlocke run that we've been doing over on the Twitch channel. When you guys start seeing those videos start coming out as more, you know, new games start coming out for the Switch or just in general, don't think that these videos are going to stop. If anything, that will elongate how long these videos go, because then I would love to come back to these videos and keep playing Animal Crossing, and I'm trying not to burn myself out on it. So if these videos start slowing down, or these videos only show up every now and again in between other types of videos, I just want to say, for anybody who sticks around for those, thank you very much. I appreciate your understanding, and you know, you don't have to necessarily watch those other videos, but just understand that it will help elongate these Animal Crossing videos. So just a little tidbit there at the very end. Yeah. Otherwise, guys, that'll do it for this episode of Animal Crossing and Chill. If you're watching this early Monday morning, I just want to say, hope you guys have a great Monday. Have a great rest of your week. If you're watching this later in the day or just at another time, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you guys have a wonderful day regardless, and a wonderful week or weekend whenever you guys are watching this video. Thank you guys so much again for hanging out with me. This has been another episode of Animal Crossing and Chill. Have a great day, everybody. As always, if you liked the video and want to see more of it, please hit the like button. And if you're new to the channel and want to see more videos like this, be sure to subscribe and turn notifications on. Otherwise, I'm going to go get ready for work. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. I'll see you later.